So weird to be back in a way. Like I don't know what to do. Wow. Good morning, people. I guess this is me being back. I guess. Feeling all shy and everything. What the hell? I am taking it slowly. For some reason. With me stepping back. I'm trying to figure out why I feel strange about it. But I think it's because what I have felt the past days and learned the past days is that maybe my energy is also shifting, including a lot of things. Question mark. I don't really know what it is, but I don't know, maybe I'm stepping into a new purpose in a way in my life. Yeah. If this is your first video you're watching, you're probably like, what the hell is this woman talking about? If you've seen the last video I posted, you know. But first of all, I obviously do want to say thank you for everyone who's been there for me, all the comments, all the support. It's, you know, sometimes I actually forget. I think it's easy to forget how many people watch these videos, these readings, and who follow me every day. And I think sometimes, I'll try not to be emotional with that. I thought I was not being emotional. I think sometimes in this thing, with creating content, you don't always see who's actually watching. Like sometimes, I know that for myself, you pay attention to comments but not so much about the views. And obviously when a reading has 100 views, it's 100 people, right? But if there's just one comment or two comments, that's sometimes the thing that you pay attention to. And I think that's one thing I learned doing all this, that I actually have a lot of people. And I know that. I think it's just a human part that forgets that in a way. So in the midst of me having the breakdown, whatever happened, I learned something that I didn't even know that I needed to learn when it comes to how many of you guys actually like, or how, like, let me phrase this in another way. Can I say that? Phrase this in another way? How many I help with my reading. Sometimes I don't think I realize that. Sometimes I'm just sitting here feeling silly. Feeling like I'm just throwing out words. But, you know. And also like when I share my story, there's a lot of people watching who resonate with that. And maybe this is for us to actually learn to speak up about what we go through. No matter how silly or painful it is. So that we do not sit and feel lonely in a way. I know this is me rambling more than doing the week ahead reading, but this is what I do. But I do want to make sure that every one of you knows that I am on the right track. I am feeling better. I think I'm just getting used to a new way, like a new way of putting the energy into myself instead of pouring into, yeah. Oh, that's actually something I want to share. I realized something, like yesterday, I was sitting outside and I realized that I'm actually not lonely. It's not loneliness. It's because that I've been pouring so much energy and love into connections that didn't give the same energy back to me. And the moment I stopped that, the moment I took my energy back and didn't give, obviously those energies that was used to me giving and giving retreated. And I think that was the loneliness I felt, in a way. The abandonment. I mean, I know I definitely have a lot of abandonment trauma. Being a Scorpio in Pluto, that is something that's a part of the package. You guys know that if you have that in your birth chart. But I realized that I am learning to be in my own energy with not pouring into the wrong connections, to actually be strong in my own energy, and realizing that with me doing that, I am attracting equal connections. And it's not just in love, it's something we do with family, colleagues, work, friends, everything. And I think it's a big thing actually right now where we realize that. Another thing all of us on a collective scale are also realizing is that there's so many things that made sense that doesn't make sense anymore. Things that we are running after, if it's money, if it's expensive things, whatever it is, it's like something is changing where we are doing things in a simple way. Like we want genuine connections, we want experiences, we want harmony, equality. Like there's something that's changing with what we're running after, the way that things are being fleshed into the open. I don't know how to form it. And maybe today's reading reflects that. I mean, the cards that I pulled are actually pretty saying for what's happening. And first, when I got the first card, I was I have been juggling a little bit when I have laid cards the past days, and there's always something coming up with like new connections and all that. I'm like, okay, I think I need a new message, because I don't want to hear that right now, because I don't feel it in my energy. But at the same time, like I just talked about, I know that I'm not looping in the same lessons anymore, because that I actually learned to say no and retreat and be like, if someone cannot give me the energy that I pour in, and I'm a very, 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 very giving person, which has been something that's been so hard for me to learn, to not give back, even in the simple ways. But with the change, because you might be the same way, with the change that's coming, we are actually manifesting that. But the first card that came up was the Two of Cups. So no matter what, there are changes happening when it comes to connections. So once we take our power back and we actually tap into this give and take, because it's actually been something that has been the biggest theme on this channel for a very, very, very long time. And I didn't realize why it always came up until the loop ended, right? Because with messages, especially on this channel, there's also lessons, also with astrology right now. Today we have the 19th, and it is the end of Aries season, and we actually have the Emperor here. The end of Aries season with the Death card is the end of a circle, and with the end of Aries season we have the beginning of Taurus season. So what you have poured into, that is equal, and that symbolizes growth and balance. It grows, right? It's like, it's the same, actually also with the Two of Cups here, it's actually what I'm saying. It's the same energy in the same cup, so it's equal, but it is connected with a rebirth in your life. The Two of Cups can be obviously love, it can be friendships, it can be new colleagues, new work, in a way, new business partners. But now that this is for the week ahead, this week ahead invites big time rebirth and transformations, and transformation when it comes to connections. And it is this like mirror, like holding up a mirror and asking and seeing, like, is this the same equal energy? Do I recognize that energy in my own mirror, in my own reflection? And a lot of you are, as me, you're very, very, very giving in nature. And for you to be balanced and for you to attract and also manifest your dreams and desires, you need to not be the giver, you need to be the receiver. And that is why things are shifting and changing now. So I think you are also learning to actually recognize, and the universe might test you a little bit with bringing new people into your life, like, is this equal? Like, look at the reflection. Is it equal? And like I said, I'm not only talking about love, I'm also talking about like work, right? Are you being recognized for your work? Is there balanced give and take? Look out for the signs, because you will feel very drained. Depending on how long you have been in this unbalance, you will feel drained, burnout, and it might actually been what I experienced the past days, a burnout. I don't think well, silly of me to be like, I don't think I've ever experienced that, but I probably have, just didn't recognize what it was back then. Now that I'm more aware, I also allow my body to retreat and pull back. And I don't think that I have done that in the past. Recognize those patterns. And I think for a lot of you guys, it's probably the same. And it's sometimes hard, especially if it's work and it's related to money, right? Because we want to show up, we want to have a, like, yeah, it's hard sometimes to stand up for yourself. And be like, this is actually not okay. I have to retreat my energy, or I have to speak up and say something. And maybe sometimes it's not about saying something, but energy speaks louder than words. And what is the thing that we have gotten not so long ago? It is that, what was it? Symbol speaks louder than words. Something like that, right? Yeah. Frequency, energy, and symbols and signs speak louder than words. And I think the past 2 weeks has really been testing for you, because it has shown you where there are unbalance, where you are giving too much, where you're standing alone, where you are supposed to finally receive. But for each and one of you, there's something you need to let go of. If it's ego, if it's people, and maybe it's not so much about letting go of people, but it's about standing your example. Is that a thing? Or standing, like showing, like this is in unbalance, so something needs to change. And if it doesn't change, or if it can change, depending on the lessons or the soul journey, I guess, you are stepping into a new role. So some of you guys might change jobs at the moment or within the next months. Your whole life might change, right? With people, with everything. But you're learning this week ahead to see eye to eye, or you're being recognized. So the right people are being put on your path this next week ahead. But there might still be something that's in unbalance, that's dragging or tugging at your energy, depending on if you did your pullback or spoken up about something. Because now that the Emperor is here in the middle, he does enter your life with structure, with boundaries, with action, and it is a call for clarity, a call for, yeah, well, action mixed with clarity, especially with the Death card, Rebirth card. For some of you guys, there's something about that you're no longer merging with people. You are instead meeting them from a place of inner strength and power. Like, I think people are going to realize that, oh, this person has taken their power back. So I think people can see on you that you have gone through a rebirth in a way. Like, people know that they cannot it sounds so weird to say, they cannot play with your, I don't know, your emotions or your good nature. They cannot take your energy anymore. So you are the Emperor, no matter if you're female or male. You are standing in your energy, and you might actually also be a mirror for other people with this. Like, you reflect what other people are afraid of, maybe what they need to look deeper at. But yeah, like triggering rebirth in other people. So something might be ending this week ahead, or something already ended. But whatever this is, it's something that's being swept in to transform with love, because the Two of Cups is the first card. And I think a lot of you guys are also learning like a new thing when it comes to love, like what is the real meaning of love actually. I think you are not seeing it wow, you are not seeing it as you did in the past. There's something that has shifted or changed with the way that you see love, or the way that you see, the way that you work, the way that you're being heard or recognized in a way. Depending on what path you're on, there's something that's like ready to begin. We can try to take more. This is being posted on Saturday because why not? Now that I am filming this, why not just post it now that I've been gone for some days. I also have an oracle I think I should take. 7 of Cups. So once again, looking closer at what is an illusion and what is real. Choosing what is real for you. Yeah, I mean, the cards are speaking very loudly. There's something you're choosing here, and there is definitely something you're walking away from, because there is a new beginning. Yeah. So this week is a rebirth. It makes sense, right? Yeah. Doing some kind of ritual. We do have upcoming, is it Taurus new moon, right? But I don't know if that is well, it's probably in the weekend, to be honest, next weekend. Totally forgot to put the candle on. We have candle. We're using the season of the witch Libra oracle. No. How funny is that? Wand making. So that's the same card. I think something that might have been hard for you to choose, or yeah, it feels like the universe is making it easy for you to actually choose something. And it's very fast, like the new that comes with you walking away from what has served its purpose. That moment, something new is already being rebuilt, so I don't think you have to wait for so long anymore. With a flick of focus, you will come to see a vision realized. I mean, there's probably a reason why this card popped up. Peonies, that's so funny. Because that is, you know, not the newest tattoo, but one of the tattoos I got recently. And I think the peonies are blossoming around, well, is it late May? And we did get the May card, so whatever is happening now is very potent, very important. It might actually be the 2 cards that we need to take. It is time to reap your rewards. Settle in for a ride with Lady Luck. Yeah. And also we have a snake down here. And we have a snake here. So for me that's also a sign that you are actually being protected at the moment. So the keywords are creation, directing, energy and manifestation. So yeah, something pretty significant is happening, even if it feels chaotic still. But I think a lot of you guys should, for some of you guys might be dealing with something where you just have enough in a way. Like, yeah, enough. Now I deserve to get the same energy or the same, just to receive, right? You need to receive in all directions right now. All around good luck, protection. Yeah, well, that's funny because that's the energy that came out. Increased blessing. So no matter what it is this is about, there is a lot of blessings coming your way. With the focus on connections and rebirth. So a lot of people that comes into your life is actually there to help you, so that you can receive more. I think that's gonna be it. Thank you guys. Thank you for accepting me back. That sounds so silly. Thank you all for being a part of bringing me back, in a way, I guess you can say. For making me feel welcome back. Because this is my safe haven. I believe that we are truly the best community. I am very proud of this community. And I'm proud of all of you. Also the way that you guys support each other in the comments if there is something. Like, no one ever feels alone when we stand up and we are truthful about how we feel. And that is strength. That is very beautiful. It is very, very rare. to find in this world. So I am proud of all of you, and I love all of you, and I can't wait to see what this week ahead is going to bring us. Bye.